My last day in Cannes. Cute. I was gonna have a shoot in the Cobra, but I don't think we have the time. So I'm going to go do my. I'm going to do my last minute shopping right now. So what I found out that it's almost 100 degrees in New York. I'm super excited to get back to my warm weather because even though I'm wearing this, it's still kind of cold. Which way? Okay, I think it's this way. So I saw this really cute Italian skirt that I really want. It's kind of far. Hopefully I make my train ride. I have to be back here in I think an hour. So I'm gonna, I also want to go to the supermarket, get some French cookies. They're so good. So yesterday was a complete nightmare, but let's talk about that right now. It was a complete nightmare. So supposedly at the casting, there was 3 casting directors, which did not look good at all, and which were really rude. I was running around like crazy yesterday for the fitting, for this, for that, because my friend was like, oh, she said to go there, she said to go there. So okay, went here, went there, went here, went there. Nobody there, nobody knew anything. And then finally got to the Majestic Beach where the show was at. And finally the people started arriving. There was another party. The party ended, and then the next party was our party, which is a huge Polish gala party. And I looked at the casting director and she was like, oh yeah, you're not in the show, you're not modeling. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm not modeling? I've been running around back and forth all day saying to go here, to go there, to go here, to go there. It's like getting misinformation here. Now you're telling me I'm not modeling. What do you mean I'm not modeling? I was there at your casting and you guys said yes. Oh, since I'm walking, these smell so good. It smells so good. So anyway, the lady was so persistent about it, and I'm just like, okay, well, this designer, oh right, so there was 3 designers, I believe. So that one is like, oh no, you're not walking for us, you're not walking. I'm like, okay, whatever. Well, that's not what Anna said, and Anna was the whole producer of the whole thing. And then I walked up to my friend and I was like, what's going on? I don't understand. And then why do they make me run around all day thinking that I'm in and I'm not in? Why don't you just give me a concrete answer saying, no, you're not going to be one of the models, a few days ago when this first started, right? And there was an Indian designer there, and he wanted me to walk for him. And some beautiful dresses. And he's like, yes, I want you to walk for me because you're tall and you have the body for it. That's hilarious. And then the lady, the casting director's like, no, she's not walking for you. She can't walk for you. And all of these 3 or 4 other girls are like, oh, I'm Miss Universe. I'm Miss this. I'm Miss that. I have to be in the show. She can't be in the show because she's just taking our placement. And I'm just like, bitch, please. I'm running from Miss Poland, so I got my sash too that I paid for, and obviously I don't have my sash. And I was like, look at my credentials right here, right? Man, these bitches are all up, clawing me up. And I was like, no, you know what? I'm not gonna give in. I'm not gonna give in because I came here. My friend Eric was like, yeah, you're in. I got you the job, whatever. And then all of a sudden everyone was like, no, you're not in. They treated me like fucking shit. I've never been treated like this in my whole entire life. And I don't understand what the big deal was, and I don't understand why they all of a sudden didn't want me to model. Completely no sense to me because I've modeled so many shows around the world. This was just disgusting treatment, honestly. Disgusting. My experience with this whole thing was tragic because I got such anxiety just thinking about it for days, running around for days. I'm like, you know what? You should have just been honest with me and said, you're not walking for the show. I'm like, okay. But she would have told me right away, right? Instead, it just kept going and going and going. And I'm running around here and there for fittings here and there. It's what the fuck is going on? So that's what happened. And then the Indian designer's like, well, aren't we able, as designers, able to choose to pick the models we want to walk in the show? There was a lady that wasn't even a model that was taken in the show because she was taller than the other Miss Universes that didn't fit clothes. So it's like, if he wants me to model for him, don't you think that you should have permission to do that since he's paid to be in the show and all that other stuff? Like, this makes completely no sense. So I had to stand my ground and be like, listen, I'm gonna be in the show whether you like it or not. I came from here from New York. Obviously I didn't come for the show from New York, but my friend's like, yeah, I got you the job. So yeah, you know, I'm supposed to get paid 100 euros for the job, and probably not even gonna get paid for it, so it was bullshit, but whatever. I got my pictures in, that's all that matters. So yeah, that's that. And so I stood my ground, and the Indian designer's like, you know what, here, put this on. Went to the bathroom, I put it on. They couldn't say no to me. Like, yeah, I'm standing my ground. So I don't know what the reason was why did not pick me. I have no idea. Maybe it's my social media. Maybe I need to simmer down on the sexy photo. So yeah, as I was saying, maybe it is because of my Instagram. Maybe they didn't want somebody as sexy as me. You know I do put a lot of sexy stuff out there. And maybe because I'm gonna... That seagull sounds like a baby. Wow. I thought it was a baby. You hear that? Sounds like a baby crying, or a cat. It's so funny. Maybe it's hungry. It's so funny. I was like, wait, where's that baby? This is a seagull. It's funny. So I'm back on the strip again, and I'm going to get my dress. So the end result is, yes, I might simmer down on my Instagram, or I just might make a new Instagram for Miss Poland, because I'm going to be representing my country, and I need to be classic beauty. So that might be my new change. But anyway, long story short, it doesn't matter about my Instagram. Like, if they already said yes, and then at the end, a couple of days later said no, like, you need to completely transition your brain into thinking no. Because I'm like, okay, already hyped up about it, running here and there for fittings, this and that. And then the day of the show, or like, and I'm about to get dressed because the designer picked me, say no? Who the fuck do you think you are? Anyway, that's my dramatic day yesterday. 2 dramatic days, which I did not need anxiety from. I'm going to enjoy my last day here. It's actually kind of warm. I'm gonna do my light shopping, and then I have to head out to the train station. I think it's called TGV. It's, I think, 7.5 or 7-hour train ride to Paris. And the guy that's staying with us told me, like, you know, you spent like 141 euros on the train ride back to Paris. You should have just gotten a flight for like 100 euros. I had no idea. I'm definitely going to do that next time. It's just that when I first booked my tickets, it was literally more expensive to go to Nice, to Cannes, than it was to Paris. Paris literally cost me $650 both ways from Air France, and going to Nice Cannes costs like $2,400. So yeah, I got a good deal. I would literally rather do the hectic train ride later going to Paris than spend $2,400, which I can use for another trip going somewhere else. On my way to the train station in the Cobra. This is what the TGV looks like in Paris. I'm so lost. I hope I'll make it on time. I literally have 2 transfers, and I have to walk, and I have to find a train, and I have to... It's not going directly to the airport. So our taxis in New York should be going for this kind of train station where no one could commit suicide. It is completely safe. Everything is closed. So I'm finally at the first station and I have to take, I was supposed to take another train to the airport, but the train that I need is not working because something happened and they are doing maintenance. There was a nice guy that actually pointed me out to the right direction to come to this train. He was helping me out for like 15 minutes to get my train ticket and everything, and I'm so blessed that he brought me here. So now I have to take the train to another station where I can get a free bus to the airport. Now I am on the bus. Terrible luck to me. Let's hope that luck turns around. Finally arrived at my terminal. What a trip. Now I'm gonna be sleeping 5 hours at the airport. I ain't got nothing better to do. My flight's at 8:30. Guys, I am at the airport. So basically what happened was I was supposed to take so I took the TGV. I was supposed to take first class, but things got messed up and we went to the wrong train station. So I missed we went to the wrong train station. The train station that we were supposed to go to was half an hour away, which we wouldn't make. So we lost 141 euros. We had to buy a new train ticket for me to go, and actually this one was arriving a little earlier, but we found out that it was running late by like 35 minutes. So anyway, finished the TGV. It was an uncomfortable ride. It was about 5.5 hours. Actually, it was 6 hours. And then I was supposed to take two different trains. I was supposed to take the metro, one stop, and then I was supposed to take the RER, a couple of stops, which was like 45 to 50 minutes. So what happened was I took that train to one stop, and then the next train, the RER, wasn't working. It was maintenance, and they said around after like 11:30 or something like that they stopped that train. So the guy was like, well, you have to take the shuttle bus and it's free. So then I was looking for the shuttle bus. It took me about half an hour. I found the guy. He was helping me out. Actually, I met him at the TGV train. He was so nice. He helped me get to the trains and stuff like that. And then I finally found the bus. So, and then I met another two guys on the bus, which kind of helped me. And there was one guy that kind of like was like, hey, listen, you know, if you're gonna sleep at the airport, it's like, oh, if you're gonna sleep at the airport, you should stay with me and my sister and whatever. And I was just like, no, I'll be fine, I'll be okay. And he like insisted like 2 more times. And he's like, you know, I would let you feel more safe, and if it will make you feel more safe, you can take a picture of my ID, send it to your friends or whatever. And I was like, no, I've dealt with worse situations than this. So finally got to the airport, and I was like walking around trying to find my gate. All the gates were completely closed because I arrived at 12:30 at the airport. Everything was closed. I was trying to find like a comfortable place to sleep. It was completely empty. There was maybe 2 or 3 people, and there was like some homeless in there, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be alone right now. And as I'm walking and circling around to my gate number, there's some guy walking in towards me, obviously not to me, but towards me. And I'm like, hey, do you speak English? By any chance, do you know if there's any gates open on that side? He's like, no, completely not. And I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to like find a place to sit. And I was like, and I'm like, are you American? He's like, no, I'm from Canada. I'm like, oh, cool. He's like, and I'm like, when is your flight? He's like, my flight is 9 o'clock. He's like, oh, I'm like, oh, so you're gonna stay here at the airport too? I'm like, oh, you wanna keep me company? You wanna get together? So we kind of got together, we became friends. We were like walking around a lot. We sat down, we tried to sleep. We made conversation about different things about the world. I love how I meet people, and I meet gentle people, and I'm so happy that I met this guy. So we talked a lot, and he kept me company, and he made sure I got to my gate later on. It was so funny because it was getting so cold we couldn't sleep, and I kept saying, man, I wish there was like a vending machine with like a tea station or like cappuccino or coffee or whatever. And I freaking manifested a vending machine. We found a vending machine that makes coffee, cappuccino, and tea, and we were so happy. And I told him, you go first, just in case it doesn't work. And he got himself a cappuccino, and then I got myself a tea. And then I got cold again, so I went back to get another tea. I'm like so happy. Like, I'm so happy I met this man, and we were able to walk around and talk. And then later on, like, he got me checked in, and he took me to my gate. And then it's so cool. He's Canadian, and he's already like inviting me. Like, I said, like, I would love to visit Canada. He's like, yeah, come, by all means, come, and I'll show you around. I'm like, yeah, I'll show you New York. You can come to New York. He's never been to New York, so I'm super happy that I meet such great people around the world. Mommy and me toilets. I hate when people push and are disrespectful. Anyway, I am at the airport. Going on my plane. Finally boarding. Took forever. I don't know what the holdup was, but our boarding time was 7:35, and right now it's 7:56, so things are delayed, but less than full, hopefully. It's about to make it home okay. And, yeah. Did a little like shopping again. And I got my bags full. This time I got a salad because I'm starving. And I'm so sleep deprived. I literally had been up since 9:30 in the morning yesterday to 12 plus 12, 24 hours. I've been up for 24 hours. I am going to pass out on the plane. Made it safe and sound. So now let's hope that I land safely. Hi! I finally made it home. I'm finally in New York in the airport of JFK. Finally finished my trip. So there we go. Now I have to get an Uber home. Just waiting for my luggage bag, which is taking a little longer because I think I checked in sooner than everyone else. Really long ass time at the airport. Yeah, it was extremely cold too. I think I slept for like an hour sitting up, and then I got so cold. And the guy that I made friends with too was sitting next to me. He's like, it's okay, you can take a nap. I'll keep you safe. He was so nice. But we both couldn't sleep, you know. And as I said, we did find a vending machine to keep us warm. Tea and coffee and stuff like that. So what a journey. My gosh, it's finally come to an end. I slept throughout my whole flight, so I'm pretty happy. I woke up an hour and a half before we landed, so I got to eat the salad that I bought at the airport. I did eat the food like earlier when they were giving out food, but it wasn't that great. It was like a pasta with pesto sauce, but it wasn't that great. I thought it's gonna be better, but thank goodness I bought myself a salad at the airport earlier. So yeah, that's my journey. I don't know, did I get enough sleep? Probably gonna, I guess so. I can't believe I didn't sleep for 24 hours. I needed that 7 hours of sleep. It wasn't that comfortable, but I put a blanket over my head, and you know, we'll see how today goes.
Our taxes pay for that.
Good girl. This is yes.
But really, you said that they're doing this, and you said that they're gonna put their pants.
They will. If they stretch too much.
If they fart, they're gonna put their pants.
If they stretch their butthole too much, the fart's gonna come right out. It's gonna sneak right out of the butthole.
Everyone's gonna be like, ugh.
We're gonna fart each other's face, each other's mouth. Ew. Back in New York.
This
we know when we're in New York when this is the case, right?
Yeah.
Is that nasty or what, Leonia?
Why can't they just put it in a different garbage like that one?
Why can't they just clean it and do their job, right?
Yeah.
Do we have to do it for them?
No, it's not our. We didn't do that, so they have to do it.